Hello everyone and welcome back to the Summer of City Builders. We are back. Today is episode 2 and today I plan to finish the canteen and then start arranging for all the things to complete rooms to be built, and then we'll start bussing in prisoners by the boatload. Now I hope you've noticed that this area over here is different. I plan to put a visitation room here because there's the feature where, since prisoners are here, they'll have their family members or their lawyers or their associates come and visit them, and if they can't see those people, there's also a build-up and prisoners tend to riot over things, so they will most likely riot. So I've also planned to build that in. I won't build it in immediately, but I'm having it set aside so that way I know I have to build it eventually. So I'm going to put the foundations for the canteen to be built. And there you go. Right now I think they're all going to start rushing over to try and build the fences. So while they're doing that, I'll just slap a large jail door right there, because since this is a central nexus, every prisoner will be coming through there and a single jail door will not be enough. Let's see what our warden has researched. Nothing. Well, he's got security, so that's I suppose that's fine. I'll most likely hire Chief of Security, just so I can have them start unlocking deployment and patrols, because it's very important that you have your workers going everywhere. And I'd also like to unlock psychology and maintenance, because we need them. I don't really need an extra grant or bank loans or land expansions, not yet at least, so I won't have her research them, because those $1,000 could mean the difference between life and death. So I'm actually going to start building the office space for our Chief of Security. We got one chair, one desk, and filing cabinet with the staff door. And there you go. Now when that's built, I'll just hire the Chief of Security and have them start researching things. The workers are over here hard at work finishing up their task of building the cafeteria. They're actually going at a very moderate pace. They're managing to get her done. They actually put the door down first, though, so that's kind of awkward. And is it built? It is built. Now I want to request that a brick wall be built along here. And if I could get a staff door. There you go. That way we can separate the prisoners from the chefs. And they're all going to go install the lights. Wonderful. Next, should I just start requesting the next thing to be built? Well, there they go. So I should probably just watch and wait for them to build the office, and then hire the Chief of Security and start researching. And there you go. They're all in. Oops, I actually didn't make that room a office. Probably should have done that beforehand. And there we go, the Chief's office is now in place. That's the danger meter. When prisoners get in and they start demanding things and you don't give it to them, they start getting upset and they could potentially riot. Oops, I hit prison grading by accident. Now that we have a Chief of Security, I can now go into researching deployment, intelligence, training for I could probably get these things. I'll get them. It sounded like there was a car, but there wasn't. That's just how the deployment screen sounds. And as you can see, we're clearly blazing it with our budget. Oh, they've actually finished the cafeteria. Just ignore the door that's clearly clipping through the wall to the outside. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Totally. Next, I'm going to build the medical ward. Cancel that because that was actually in the wrong spot. Now that is the spicy building. Now I'm going to put a jail door on it. I don't want them going in and out of the medical office on whimsies of getting drugs from the doctors. Yes, doctors, we know you give out drugs. Wait a second, I don't recall having garbage I wonder where did that garbage come from? Did we tear down a wall that caused garbage? I have no idea. Well, they're gonna start building this. While they're building that, let's see if these guys have researched anything, even though I left them for a minute. And I may have just realized something that may need to be done. Let me see. Yes, he actually did finish health. But I need to get the maintenance, the chief of maintenance, in order to get prison labor, which takes 6 hours, so he's got 5 hours to research it. So we won't have prisoners for the next few days, unfortunately. Which is actually fine, because I just realized that I have a load more things to do inside before we're actually building. So that's going. So thankfully we can. The fastest time I can do this is within 2 days. If I can do that within 2 days, I think that's pretty impressive. All right, they're just gonna come and build the wall right there. Well, no one will ever get through the wall. And we've got guys mucking around in here. Obviously, they need more work. Chop, chop. Start building the foundations of the laundromat. There, now you guys have more work. Actually, I think I can get another grant right now. Oh, you know what? I should have went for the short-term investment. I would have had the time for it. Right, I need to complete basic detention center before I can get that one. Alright, so they're rushing off to put the lights in there. Now, what's actually going to happen is, until I get prison labor, I won't be able, well, I can build it, but I don't see the point of building it just yet, so I'm not going to build it. Instead, we're going to start building all the things that we need for basic detention center and cash the $10,000 we're going to get from it. So first thing we want to build is the holding cell. And we just select this. Now, in order to make a holding cell, I have the right size. I just need a bench and a toilet. There we go, one toilet. I was just fiddling around. I completely forgot that the rotate key was set back to R, and I thought I had it on Q and E. But it's on R, which is fine. I don't honestly have a problem. That's why I sounded like I was just, like something happened to me. I was just confused. I was like, wait, what happened to my rotate keys? But it's fine. Now you'll see that this is flashing with a teardrop. It's basically because I need water. It just auto-saved. I need water, which is going to be actually out here. This is where the generator is going to be, and the water pump. I built it separate. Because I built them separately because you can't stack generators on generators, otherwise they crash and the whole prison goes into a blackout, and it's really I suppose it logically makes sense that you wouldn't want to have two generators connected to each other, but still I would enjoy having two together. Anyways, now we just, oops, I hit sync. Oh, I was like, why is it requesting for a sink? I just realized I put this as kitchen. Shower. There we go. Now what you want to do is you want to set up too many drains. There we go. Just 4 drains all in a row. And I have an additional drain that I completely wasted money on, but I could use it later, who knows. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these shower heads all up in a row like this. And there we go, shower is built. Next I need to just order this to be a yard. A yard! I don't know why I immediately just do a pirate. For some reason it just calls to me, it's like, you have to live the pirate life. And I'm just going to roll this in as the canteen. Next I'm going to need tables. Since the amount of prisoners we're going to take in on our first run isn't going to be high, I only need like 2 sets of tables before I start filling this whole cafeteria. Alright then, I see what happened. I completely misclicked and requested 4 tables instead of just benches. Well, since we have the tables, we might as well order them to be put in at least. We've already spent the cash. And I need the serving table, which is basically where the prisoners come and get their food. It's basically like a buffet table. I usually get 2 because the chefs prepare a lot of food and they spread it out along the 2 of them, which is really nice. And the food trays were ordered despite us having no prisoners. Okay then. Wow, those food trays came in very fast. Like, most things in this game just seem to appear from thin air, but those food trays came in like, I heard you needed food trays, here it comes. I did not see that coming. I was just like, why is there a bus coming here? There we go. Now we put the kitchen here. Now, oops, I didn't realize that was still in the search bar. Now what we need in the kitchen is, let me see, which way is the front on these things? Okay, this is the front. So, 1 here, 1 there. 3 cookers. 2 sinks. And fridges. $500 fridges. We don't have prisoners. We don't even have cooks in yet, and they've started bringing in the ingredients. Is this a sign that they're saying that they're hungry? Because the staff never gets hungry. Never. They're still hauling various items in. I still have yet to set up the piping and waterways, I understand that. Actually, you know what? Yeah, the boxes, they have little pictures on them of what's inside them. We don't have prisoners yet. I think we pay for food as well. That? No, I don't see the food coming out of my wallet. It's most likely auto-transacted, and you basically can't even see it. By the way, did he actually manage? Oh, he did get maintenance and psychology. Wowzo. You turn your back for a second, and then suddenly the job is done. Now I just need another office. Of course, I can't actually find the bloody thing because there's so many things. Office here. Office there. Close. Almost had me there. Alright, so now they're gonna go build these offices, so that way I can put the people in and start requesting things to be built. So in order to fill this out, I need 2 guards and 2 cooks. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire the guards and then fire them, because, you know, I want to still get money while we're waiting. I mean, we're blazing our cash flow right now. There you go, office A is built, so now I can hire the foreman and the psychologist. And boom, instantly money gone. That's how it is sometimes when you hire so much staff at once without having prisoners. I really want them in just so I can research things, and the psychologist is pretty important when you're dealing with prisoners. Prison labor, cleaning, and we'll leave it at that for now. Because, you know, I actually need some cash up front in order to hire these guys. Oh yes, we have deployments and logistics setup. Basically, this is the setup. This is basically how you can tell the game to send certain people of a certain group to certain places. So that way you can divide your prisoners from here, prisoners from there. I don't think the room quality is deteriorated yet, so we're fine. So yeah, logistics is good. Deployment is also good because you can set guards on patrols. I'm on patrol. Next up is, what is it? Yes, I was hiring 2 guards and 2 chefs. 100 per day. Oh gosh, I'm firing them on the spot. Oh wait, oops, I hired way too many guards. Fired for you, fired for you. Thought I clicked chef. Oh no, I've actually run out of cash. Curses. One little blunder and then I'm out of money. Alright, now, which one that can I accept? In order to, I'll take it. This one I can accept. I have never made such a large blunder in my life. I have never had that happen to me where I screw up and hit $0. I've never had that. Alright, the chefs are in now. I'm going to fire these guards because I don't need them. They're guarding absolutely nothing. It'd be a waste of my dollars. Where's the other guard? Bye-bye. Alright. Now that I've not completely ballsed it up, now I just need to do cell block A. Let's see, prison maintenance, grounds, hire at least 2 janitors, hire at least... Well, that's basically what I was going to do anyways. And suddenly now I have tons of cash. I swear. Just the small things. Alright, now we got to build cells for all these guys, which is basically cell block A. Now the neat thing about this is, even though they're all divided on a wall like this, I can go like this, and then they're all written as separate cells. And that is 12 cells. I thought this was more than 12. Or did I want 12? Well, I'm not going to have cell block A with just 12 cells. So what we're going to have to do is cell block B. Basically what I'm going to do is, let's see, will this work? Okay, so basically what I'm going to strive for, I'm going to build another cell block on the opposite side. This is the only way that I'm going to make cell block A in time, and I'll have 24. Which means that there'll actually be more space for more prisoners, which is optimal. The more prisoners I can get in, the more cash I can siphon off of them. I mean, yeah, siphon off of them. That's the only way. That's the only true way. I'm going to be upfront with my desires. These guys are all just cash to me. They're all cash and torture subjects. Can't forget that. Well, since I've already taken the contract on, I might as well start building the medical ward. Let's see. Where is it? Infirmary, right? They call it medical ward, but in the rooms they call it infirmary. It'll still trigger, but when you search for medical ward, it's not there, and if you search for clinic, it's not there. So it's a bit awkward in that retrospect. Are they done? Bada boom, bada bing, they're done. Alright, let me just start slapping doors everywhere. One guy got stuck inside, I assume. That's the problem with this. You can't really... Wait a second, yes you can. Alright, I'm just going to start planning this out, just so that I don't completely balls it up. Basically what I can do is I can do this. So that way I can divide up the rooms. It's better doing this than going about it like blind and just making a mistake and wasting time. Because it's been 1 day since I said that I could do this in 2. I think this is going to be the evening of the first day. And no, I was not counting the day that I started. No, I was not counting that day. Alright, jail door. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. Now, the thing about these is I'm not going to build them in until they're necessary, until I've decided to pick up prisoners for the 24 rooms that I'm going to end up with. Let me just wipe this area out with these. They would get annoying to look at. Alright, the infirmary's built. Now I just need to hire the 2 doctors and fire them really quick. 1, 2. Alright, you're fired. You're fired. You're fired. And I didn't order the walls to be built. Typical. And there's a fly buzzing around. Okay then. Nope, this wall. And there we go. We've got one guy building the walls. Alright. Come on, get in there. Whoosh. Ah! While they're building that, I'm just going to enjoy the wonderful music playing in the background. Yeah, I'm also listening to music as we build. I feel it's more realistic that way because I edit the music in, but I also have the music playing it separately for me where you can't hear it, which lets me adjust the volume of the music. Should I build a windowsill? It would just be into this back alley and be really ironic. No, alright, I'm just gonna put these here. That is not a bed. Alright, I'm just gonna 1, 2. I'm actually going to have those cells actually be built. I just realized I'm going to need a lot of capacitors in order to deal with the amount of energy that's going to be put through this prison. That's just going to be... At most, a generator can hold is 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 12. Yeah, so they can hold 12 capacitors. And at that point, the amount of energy that it can be hold is pretty outrageous at that point. Now I'm just going to set these along to be cells. 24 cells, yep. Now I just rotate you around. Yes, the bed in the wall. I want the bed in the wall. And it seems like they've started working on the rest of the beds. Or no, they're still on the other side doing all the toilets. Now all we gotta do is sit back and relax and wait for them to finish all the other toilets while I go plan to build something else. Now let's see what other grants we could take for instant cash. Prison maintenance, 1,500. Advancement is 10k, 5k. I could start this one right now because I honestly want to get the janitor in because this place looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. I mean, look inside. Alright, we'll get it. Oh, I don't have groundskeeping. Bureaucracy. Groundskeeping. Let's see. Do I really want CCTV on, like, an outdoor prison like this? Ideally, yes. Ideally, no. Alright, we just gotta wait for them to finish. I do want to hire the janitors and such, but I want to get... Because our money is in the negative, and we won't get more than 2,000 until prisoners come in, I have to wait till the prisoners come in, and when we get the cash from that, I'll start hiring people as fast as possible. Like, as soon as these prisoners get onto the map, I get the cash and I just start plopping down guards and stuff. I think the chefs are still in the kitchen, but they can't cook because there's no power. They don't need to cook because there's no prisoners. Alright, they're just building. They seem to be building willy-nilly. They don't pick a place to finish. Well, actually, what's actually happening is they're going to the stores instead of just plopping them out of thin air. Which is at least less random than the time that they got the building supplies out of thin air. Which is good. I like it. And there we go. 16 rooms. So that's the cash from that into my wallet. Suddenly went from broke to super rich. I swear, just the ups and downs of life. Yeah, I think the matter is that they just haven't built the toilets. Because it seems like these rooms were where the toilets were built, and then suddenly, fa-ching, we've got 16. They're moving as fast as possible, though. Well, I say as fast as possible. Most likely what it is because I haven't built the staff room, they're tired. And there's the autosave. At least we know the game's safe in case of, like, an emergency situation like, I don't know, a blackout, or a hurricane that just randomly says whoop the whoop. Now, the thing about the 60k is it's just gonna vanish as soon as I start building in the electricity and the water pipes. It's just gonna go into thin air. I don't know, I would quite enjoy the phone tap. Yeah, I'm just looking at the door control stuff, so that way, you know, you can pull section off of your prison if you wanted it or something. I was just looking at it. It looked fun to look at and most likely planned for. Alright, so they're done there. Let me just make sure I've done everything that I need to do. Yeah, everything seems to be about done. Did he get it? Okay then. Great, so I think I'm actually going to start the laundry room, since it's available. Nope, that's objects. Shop, I see shop mail room. Laundry room. Now before, last time where I said that I played this before, the last time that I played it, the laundry room was one of, the laundry job to be exact, was extremely glitchy in the fact that prisoners would take the laundry basket, they would wash the clothes, no problem. Everything was fine with washing clothes. Actually, you know what, I want to rotate this flat here. They'd wash the clothes, no problem, and they'd iron it and everything. The problem came to delivering. At certain points, prisoners would just stop delivering laundry and just leave the laundry baskets out in the open. And basically, instead of delivering it to all the prisoners, they'd only deliver it to like 2 or 3. And when that happens, the rest of the prisoners don't get laundry, and it just caused the sort of glitch in the AI. And it was just absolutely horrific. And from what I've seen, they fixed, and out of prison uniforms out of nowhere. From what I've seen, they fixed it. And actually, I think I need to add a bench in there. A bench or a table needs to be added into the laundry room. That I think is for sure, for certain. There we go. I think most definitely a table needs to be added in there. I don't remember what it was for, but it needs to be added. I don't know who's going to build a table, but they're getting the laundry baskets. Run, my loyal subjects, run. And after they finish the laundry room, we're all set. We'll be all set to start running this prison, to start having prisoners slapped in, to have prisoners running around, causing trouble, running amok. They'll be all in. It'll be a free-for-all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the laundry room and then get the generator situated with the water pump on camera, and then I'm sorry, but unfortunately I said that we were going to get prisoners in this episode, but it's actually, I can't even tell how long it's actually been. It's been more than 30 minutes most definitely, but we'll get them in next episode. So next episode we'll have our prisoners in, and I have a very special thing with the prisoners that's going to happen. It'll be a surprise for Dark and them. And right now the prisoners are lazing about, so time to start the most expensive part of the game. Luckily the game starts. Good thing I have this on camera, or else I would say I'm going mentally insane. But no, this is on camera, and you can clearly see that the fence just stops rendering in. It's just like, that bit of fence, we're not going to render it. Alright, so I'm going to buy these capacitors. I'm going to buy 4 with the additional one that we start with, just because I enjoy having lots and lots of power. And I do not like it when that power runs out on me. Because I have no doubts that, considering that we've got all the lights in here, we've got all the kitchen supplies, and then all the laundry machines, I'm actually going to put another capacitor because of metal detectors, and those require a bit of power, and I've seen them take up a bit. Is that all it gives? Really? I'm going to buy some more capacitors. We've got 50k in the bank. That's as many capacitors I'm going to buy, I swear. Comes back 2 episodes later. I think I'm going to add some more capacitors. Isn't even at half. Alright, now we just need to start hooking up the electrical wiring. I could just go like this. And now the fun part. I think there's actually no lights in the other building. Oh, that's right. I've got to also order lights, because the way that the AI places lights and the way I build occasionally conflict. And when that happens, basically, everything has no power. Like, some places have no lights at all, and some places have too many lights. I'm actually going to have to do it like that because of a little blunder on my part. Alright, that's in. Oh. And now I need to pump this way, pump this way, pump this in here. You don't have to directly connect the wiring to the lights. It'll automatically connect if they're nearby. But sometimes you just gotta move them a certain distance to get close enough. Alright, they're building in the lights. I don't want to request the water pumping stuff because when you start doing the water pumping stuff on top of the electrical stuff without having the electrical stuff done, kind of bugs the AI out a bit, because before you couldn't stack the water pumps and the electrical wires on each other, or else the AI would freak out a little bit. So I'm just going to wait for the electrical wiring to go down and then start building the water pumps on top of each other. It is taking them a bit of a while to get all the wiring because they have to do each individual bit of wire. And I would love to hire more workers, but you see that $100 per worker and the $0 cash flow don't work together. Yeah, this is where the staff room is going to be. I don't understand how this room got so dirty in the first place. There's no one in it. There's only people inside the storage area. But yeah, this is what happens when you don't have a janitor and a gardener out. It gets pretty mucky. And I would love to hire them, but I don't have the... I don't want to lose money. I want to keep all the money that we have, even though I'm recklessly spending it on things on a whim. But I'm still keeping the money. Now we just gotta wait for them. I might actually just cut this part out in order to make it better or speed it up. Actually, no, just cutting it out would be the best thing to do. So I'm going to cut this out while they set up all the wire. You know what? Actually, okay, so I'm just going to start ordering the water pump stuff to be put in, and then we'll just call it quits on the episode, and I'll have them build it in. I'll keep recording. If we manage to not make it within the day, I will tell you, and I'll be very disappointed with myself. I gave myself 2 days, and within 2 days I did not fulfill it, which is horrible on my part. Now the reason why I'm not using small pipes right now is because small pipes at base, they can't carry as much water as far. So I'm going to put small pipes in places where I'm trying to fill things out. Now, I don't want any prisoner to have any access to these small pipes, these large pipes, because basically what happens is prisoners can tunnel through large pipes. They can go through their toilets into large pipes. And the power grid has been connected. It's not even phased, man. Not even close, baby. But I know myself. That capacitor is going to be gone within like 4 episodes from now. It's just going to be completely filled. I'm just going to order these pipes to be built. Very long process. And we got an autosave. Thanks, autosave. Now, I don't know about those. I mean, I know the distance is about roughly 10 from a large pipe or the main water source. That's what I roughly know it as. I'm not exactly sure. They could have changed it for all I know. I just realized that this water pipe is actually kind of far from the other water pipes. I mean, I don't mind spending the cash on it in order to get these pipes in. It doesn't really matter to me how much I spend on the water pipes. If it was like objects, I'd be like, that's a little far-fetched for a few objects, if you know what I mean. Now I just gotta come in here and set up all the showers. Now this might actually be a large drain. This one I might have to just like swap in some large pipes, I'm not too sure. I didn't build the large pipe in the optimal place, but it should be able to work. Should. Air coats around should. Oops, that's deployment, pure white screen. Hope anybody wasn't like photosensitive or anything. Yep, it's actually being all built, and oh, there's the lights turning on. All of the lights, no. Why aren't all the lights turned on over here? Come on. Come on, show me your moves. Thinks about why lights aren't on. Realizes that the only place electricity is flowing is among these two rooms. Whoopsie. I don't understand why it only flowed into those two rooms. Anyways, it should flow among these rooms, and if it doesn't, I'll have to put them inside the rooms, which is fine. And actually, I just realized that I'm going to have to order lights because, you know, some of these... What? There's a light in the wall. I don't know how that works. Hopefully, I'll see if it's lit. And if those two rooms are lit, I'll be like, that'll be the biggest shock to me. Yeah, basically all the lights on this side got taken out because they were in walls. See, it's there shouldn't be a light inside the wall. So, what is this light doing? All right, they're still building. I was actually hoping that they'd manage to finish the electricity, but basically I'm going to continue playing for a day, and this is the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get prisoners in on time. I was really confident in my ability to get these prisoners in, and I was really confident that we'd be able to finish it, but they just did not have the speed in order to build it. It was also partially because I had more things than I expected to build. If I hadn't had to have built this extra cell block, I basically would have been fine. I would have made it. But because of this extra cell block, I was not able to get these prisoners in. So, thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And goodbye.